Celebration and heated debate as Parliament gives the go-ahead to hold the voice referendum. President Xi Jinping says China made progress in talks with the United States during a visit from the country's top diplomat.
We are clear-eyed about the challenges posed by the PRC.
Also, the painful goodbyes for the victims of Uganda's school attack. And showcasing the suffering, kindness, resilience and humanity that's common to all of us. I'm Virginia Lankerberg. This is SBS World News. Good evening. Australians will head to the polls before the end of this year to vote in the first referendum for more than 2 decades. The nation will be asked to decide whether to change the constitution to recognise Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders peoples, with an Indigenous voice to Parliament. Labor secured support to push the referendum bill through the Parliament, but it came after a highly charged debate in the upper house.
The ayes 52 and the noes 19.
A once-in-a-generation opportunity, enabled with a historic vote.
It's on.
A referendum to enshrine an Indigenous voice in the Constitution met with a standing ovation from supporters. Debate now leaving Parliament.
The Australian people will decide what sort of a country we are. What do we stand for? What are our values? Who are we?
Parliaments pass laws, but it is people who make history. This is your time, your chance, your opportunity.
The coalition giving Labor the numbers needed to pass the bill, while remaining largely opposed to the voice to Parliament.
It is exploitative. It is emotionally manipulative.
It's risky, it's unknown, it's divisive, and it's permanent.
Another voice opponent defiant in her quest for treaty.
Well done. On the assimilation agenda, we will never cede our sovereignty and we'll fight you to the end for a treaty so that we have real power in this country.
This change in the Constitution does not impact our sovereignty, my sovereignty. I would not be standing...
Order.
Lydia Thorpe interjecting, wearing a T-shirt outlining her view.
Gammon, as we know, is fake, pretend, a joke.
The Yes campaign unfazed by the opposition.
Some people saying this goes too far, some saying it doesn't go far enough. I say we've got the balance right.
We've been calling for recognition, respect, acknowledgement since the first boats came here.
The opposition in question time demanding answers about how the voice will work.
Why is the Prime Minister refusing to provide these details to the Australian public before the referendum?
This Parliament will determine the structure, the composition, the powers and the procedures going forward.
While the legislation passed with a clear majority, there's far from unanimous support. The Prime Minister now urging all parties to maintain a civil tone in the debate going forward.
Just because you can say that you got a connection with this land for 65,000 years, I don't care. What about my connection with this land?
I am hopeful that we can have a respectful debate going forward.
As the parliamentary battle ends and the community campaign begins, that will be a responsibility for every Australian. Cameron Gooley, SBS World News.
In Beijing, Chinese President Xi Jinping says he hopes a visit from the top US diplomat will help stabilise relations. Antony Blinken's visit is the first by a US Secretary of State in 5 years. At a time of heightened tensions, the two said they owed it to their countries and the world to restore relations.
Good afternoon. 主席好.
It wasn't the warmest of meetings.